Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. You Jennifer?
I am.
Alright. And you're going to, let me see, to Good Lord Frank?
Yes.
Somewhere near Naples High School? A little lower, okay. So Jennifer, do I have your permission to record the ride for my YouTube channel? I have a YouTube channel.
Sure.
That's fine?
Yeah, why
Okay,
not?
great. So I'm gonna give you my card.
Okay.
And it's just conversations with my passengers.
All right. And you'll want to go left. Do you know that?
Here, yes.
Okay. Because
All right.
sometimes the GPS makes you go this way.
And so the channel is just conversations with my passengers. But if you have like phone calls or something to make, then I just cut that out. So that's fine. But you live here in Naples, or?
I live here in Naples, yes. I moved here almost 3 years ago.
2 years ago. From where?
Chicago.
From Chicago?
Yep.
Oh, so how do you like this compared to Chicago? Who has to think about that?
I know. You know, Chicago, there's so many restaurants and bars and festivals, and this is a little bit of a sleepy town for me, but...
A sleepy town. That's a nice way of saying it.
Yeah. But one of the draws was I play pickleball.
Oh.
So this is the pickleball capital of the world, if you didn't know that.
The US Open was just here.
Yeah, I just played in it.
No.
Yeah.
You play at the US Open pickleball?
Yeah, they have all different ratings and levels and
Okay. So, but then still you're a star to me. But like how did you do?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, just okay.
Not exactly what you wanted.
Not what I wanted, but it's a lot of competition.
A lot of competition.
Yeah.
So in what kind of level then do you play?
I play 4-5.
What does that mean?
Oh boy, I think the lowest is a 2. Pros are 5s.
Okay.
But there's no 6, so they're 5 plus. You know, like a really strong
the highest?
5 or yeah.
And so if you play 4-5, you close to pro? Or you pro?
Hopefully in a year.
Wow, that's
my goal.
amazing.
It's my goal.
That's your.
So
Can I know your last name? Can I publish your last name or not?
sure.
Because
I mean, it would be like a senior pro. Like, I don't think I'm going to be on TV or anything, but
I mean, you can always like just watch the YouTube video and say no, I prefer not publishing it, and then I'll take it down.
okay.
But and in general, I can only get like 100 or 200 views per video. But you never know. Maybe yours goes viral, because maybe in the future you're going to be a superstar.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Do you have an Instagram or something that you want to share?
I don't.
You don't?
I don't have that sort of stuff.
Okay.
I'm too old.
Well, not yet, maybe. But so we're gonna keep an eye on you with the pickleball tournaments. The pickleball is only US or is it international?
International.
Oh, it is.
It's I think
Okay.
it's the fastest growing sport in the world right now.
Must be, right?
Yeah.
Because like you see it here, like all these tennis courts, that is just like pick 2 or 3 courts and they just rebuild them to the pickleball mini courts.
Right.
So call it mini courts. But then when you drive past them, you only see people playing on the pickleball courts and nobody's playing tennis anymore.
Yeah.
It is so
they're
weird.
converting all those tennis courts to pickleball courts.
Yeah.
You know, and it's nice. It's social. You know, you can sit there and talk, even if you don't want to play or around.
It has a stigma though of an old people's sport.
Yeah, for sure. And then a lot of my friends say that, or like, oh, you're playing with the old, you know, and I was like, okay. But then they'll send them a video of like, you know, like the pros on TV, and then they're like, oh, I didn't realize it was that.
Right.
You know, but those guys are incredible. You know, I don't know if you've ever watched it.
No.
You turn on, you know, US Open Pro Pickleball, and
Okay.
wow.
So the US Open pickleball, that's only once a year event?
Once a year, yeah, here in Naples.
And it's always here in Naples?
Yes.
Next time I should come and watch.
Oh boy, I think it was like a week long or more.
Yeah, I did some rides from and to that event, and it was just loaded with cars.
Oh gosh, I know.
Yeah. And so, if you're almost pro, you would be semi-pro, maybe. Are
like
you part of?
Like an amateur pro.
You're amateur pro.
I mean, you know, when you sign up for tournaments right now, I sign up for 4 or 5.
Okay.
So I like to sign up for 4, you know, 5-0 or, you know, whatever. We'll see, you know.
Okay.
And then sometimes I get kind of burnt out.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah.
But since I moved here just a couple years ago, it's, you know, still trying to meet people, trying to find my group.
Yeah.
You know, my kids are up in Illinois.
Okay. So they're back in Chicago.
Yeah. So I miss my, you know, my daughter visiting.
Course.
So.
But so, did you actually move here for the pickleball scene?
No, I'd gone through a messy divorce, and in Chicago we were under lockdown for COVID, and they were very strict.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine is a snowbird from Chicago. He comes here and he texts me. He's like, you know, we don't have to, have to wear masks. We can play pickleball. Why don't you fly down? And I was like, all right.
Yeah, right.
Never been to Naples.
Oh, really?
And I was planning on staying for like 5 days, and I ended up staying for like 2 weeks just to get a feel for it. And then I said, you know, what the heck? So
you made the plunge.
I made it, yeah. But it's still, like I said, I'm still debating. I've had a rough couple of years. Went through the divorce, and then my daughter passed away.
No, I'm so sorry. Jeez.
Yeah, so that's been hard.
Wow, what happened? Can I ask?
Sure. Accidental heroin overdose.
Accidental.
The fentanyl, you know, that they put in the drugs.
Oh. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So,
you hear a lot about that in the news, but then to meet actually someone that has had it happening in their lives, that is something else.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's still hard to believe, the denial. But
when did it happen?
I can't believe it, but it'll be 2 years in June.
2 years.
And it feels like last week.
Like yesterday.
You know, it doesn't. And I've talked to other parents that have lost children, and maybe their child's been gone 20 years, and they said, think about them every day, and it's still hard, you know? So that's actually where you're driving me. I'm going to see a new therapist.
Okay. Well, I'm happy to be able to help a little bit with that. Happy that you can laugh about it. But yeah, that is just beyond imagination and beyond words. It's the worst thing that can happen, I think, in your life, is that you lose one of your own.
Yeah.
And that is just a loss that, like you said, it will be felt forever, your whole life. It's just, but you have to cope with it and continue with your life. And that's where the therapist comes in. Oh, here comes an ambulance. Let me just pull over here.
That's what I haven't been doing. I've been, isolating and.
You have? Yeah, I can imagine.
I gotta get out and get my life together.
Yeah.
No one else pulls over for the ambulance.
No, it's and I'm going like, what? Aren't you supposed to pull over when an ambulance comes flying in like that?
I think so.
Everybody just continues like, oh yeah. Okay, anyway. But, oh, Jennifer, I wish you best of luck with that, and a lot of strength and
Thank
peace. I don't know what to say, but
it's okay. I wouldn't know what to say either. That's what I always tell people.
Yeah, I lost my sister to cancer. That was horrible, but we saw it coming.
Yeah.
Because it's a struggle, cancer, and so you have time to say goodbye. But you never had that. Because this was accidental.
That's the thing that, I didn't realize the last time I saw her was the last time I was going to see her.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's hard to picture, and that might be part of it too. If I hadn't seen her,
Right.
it would make more sense, I guess. It's just like she just disappeared.
Yeah. And are you religious? Are you struggling with that? Because I was for a little while I was very angry.
Yeah, I grew up going to parochial school, and yeah, I believe in God, and I was angry, but I guess now I'm questioning: is there heaven? Will I see her? Stuff like that.
Oh yeah. But doesn't she come to you and give little signals?
I haven't had any.
No?
No.
Well, they'll come.
Will they?
Oh yeah.
Like what sorts of things?
It's just little things where you think, hey, that is too coincident. That was a coincidence, and then that you go like that. Just doesn't happen like that, and that it's coincidental things that make me think of her. And if it makes me think of her, then it was probably her. Look, there's never a physical hard evidence, but it's all about feelings in the heart. And that is an esoteric. That is that is very vague. But I learned to listen and to value that a lot. And then I always assumed that it was her. And then there's a happy spot there also. Now my mom had because my mother then was sort of in the same shoes like you maybe, but she had actually also my sister came in a dream to me once.
Oh really?
Yeah, and I think maybe that's the most powerful way that you could meet her is in a dream. You can ask for it if you're ready.
Yeah, I am. And I guess, there was one big coincidence, actually, now that I think about it. I was back in Illinois, and I don't know if it was the day of her funeral, or I was, like, everything's a blur. I was at her grave, crying. And, I was going to put in an offer on some homes in this development, and they only release, like, so many a month. So a lottery, and there's a lot of people in there. So I knew the date they were going to pull the names, and I'm sitting at the grave, and oh, that's right, it was a year after she passed. My goodness.
Okay.
So I'm sitting at the grave the year of her passing, and they called me
on that day
to tell me that I got a cottage, and that I was number 13. Which number 13 sounds like an unlucky number, but when the kids were little, we went, I want to say it was Barbados or something, and one of the locals wanted to do, he was just really just focused on my Emily. And he's like, do you mind if I, do her number horoscope? And we're like, oh, okay. And he's drawing in the sand symbols, and we don't know what it says.
Right.
And he's like, oh, her lucky number is 13. That is. And we were like, great. He's like, no, very lucky. So I guess that to me would, on the anniversary of her death, and then I was number 13.
I have goosebumps. That's exactly how it works. That is exactly
so
how
I guess
it works.
that was the huge one.
Yeah.
And then after that, none.
Yeah.
But maybe
She's
I'm
there.
not open to it. I don't know.
And exactly, do we see it is often the question, and but it's like, yes, that is a typical, I think, example of how they can still help us with things happen in this life, and things happen for us as well in this life. And so there must be another side to the horror story as well. There must something of love on the other side of it. And I cannot tell you that, but what that is, that's for you to discover.
Yeah, and I don't
think...
It
must be beautiful.
That was one of the hardest, listening to, people would say, she's in a better place now.
Oh, yeah.
Or everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, that's what I said, yeah.
Wow,
that's yeah.
What do you mean she's in a better place?
Unacceptable, yeah.
Just people don't think, even if they hadn't been through it, because I've been, unfortunately, to other children's funerals, and I wouldn't know what to say, but not any of those words.
Oh, really? Yeah. Still, they do come to mind, though.
Yeah.
Well, I can imagine that is not the last thing you want to hear. Yeah.
No.
Now that I think about that.
Yeah, she's a good kid. And then I went back and forth. I don't have any tattoos. It's not my thing. My Emily, she liked the tattoos.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought about getting one about a year ago. And I said, you know what, let me think on it and, decide a little bit later. So I decided, nope, I'm not going to do it. And I'm glad I didn't. But then I'm like, you know what, I want to get it. So I got my first tattoo like 4 days ago.
Oh, you did?
Just with her name on it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so.
Where, can we see it?
I don't know if you can
on the
see
camera?
it. You can see it up there?
I don't see it. Where is it? On the inside.
Can you see it now?
I see it. Yeah. That is beautiful. Wow.
I think that, sometimes, not that I forget about her.
Oh, no. And I actually love the way you just...
I want to look at it and be reminded of her.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can't believe I did it, and I don't have any regrets. I was nervous. I was like, oh no. The next day I'm going to be like, oh shoot, what did you do?
Right.
And then the gentleman putting the tattoo on said, once you get one, you'll be back for another. And I'm like, no, definitely not.
This is special. But did you explain to him the story or not?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure he understands. Yeah, that is a very special tattoo indeed. And but yeah, you're going to get questions. Of course, people are going to ask you why Emily, and who's that, and
Yeah. But then you think about, was it last year I was in, or the year before, Croatia and Bosnia, and you hear all these horrible stories, the war in 92, 93, was it? And we hear the stories of the war. You see it on TV. We're so desensitized,
Mm-hmm.
And we went there, and I was part of a tour, and we actually went to the locals' homes, and they'd cook us meals, and they would talk about the war and how it affected them.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the ladies there, she lost her husband and 2 kids. She lost her entire family.
Wow.
So when you think about that, first of all, nothing happens for a reason, because that's just, why would that happen for a reason?
Yeah, right. That's so true, right?
And then I think about the pain that woman must be going through. It's my gosh, unbearable.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I guess people are here,
I think it's like I like to hold on to religion in a certain way, and I like to say that to myself. Things happen for a reason when things don't go my way.
Yeah.
But these are little human things, like I get a red traffic light or whatever, or just you get like little things that go against you, and then you like to philosophize it like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't work with really horrible things, because what is the reason for something like that to happen?
Well, think about all the horrible things that happen every day, But somebody mentioned, I don't even know, but you never know how long we're all going to be on this earth. But I know that Emily touched a lot of people. She helped a lot of people.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? So I think, I don't know if it's predetermined how long you're going to be on this earth or not. But I think you could take something from everybody you meet and apply it to your life, the good parts, So.
Well, can you say that she's still alive through you, in a way?
Yeah. More so now.
Yeah, but we're talking about her. She's here with us, in a way, in this conversation.
Yeah, and I believe that now, but I didn't up until, I'll tell you, like a month ago.
Wow. So that's also a whole process of discovery.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you know how you go through those stages of grief. They just go bounce back and forth from one to the next.
No, I don't know, and I'm happy that I don't know, and I hope I never have to be in your shoes, honestly. I think it's amazing what you're going through, that you're so strong and able to go through with this, and yeah, I'm actually grateful that you're sharing this with us on YouTube. But if at any moment you prefer me to take it down, that's fine too.
No, I think this is important. You know.
You know, for me as a listener, it's just to realize how lucky I am that I don't have to go through things like this. It's just I feel sad for you, but also happy for myself in a weird way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, sorry for you in a way, but.
And even people who maybe watch this, a lot of people can connect, to losing children. I mean, you hear about it now that I've lost a child. I hear about it more often, maybe just because I'm listening or I didn't think it really pertained to me before, But, all right, well, I hope I didn't talk your head off here.
Hey, this was a good start.
Can't wait to get her out of the car.
Where do I drop you off here, or?
I think so. It's my first time. Yeah.
Well, let me see. Do you know which building it is? Here it says building A, B, C, and D.
Okay. Hang on. She did send me a text.
Or maybe a name. There's a lot of names on here.
C.
Building
okay, it's
C.
C210. So this is A.
This is A?
Mm-hmm. There's a letter A right there.
C is exactly at the other side. So we just have to drive around here.
Oh, good thing. Okay, great. I didn't realize it was so large.
It is quite big, eh? It's beautiful buildings, though. Look at this. This is C, right?
Okay, yeah. It went ADC.
Yeah, so I think if you walk into that path, you will find a lot of C doors.
All right.
Now, good luck.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I hope to see you on Pickleball one day.
Yeah, one day. We'll see, right?
All right.
Take care.
Thanks, Jennifer. Bye-bye. You too.